Greg stood on the top level of Tower 1. Tower, admittedly, was a bit of a misnomer for something constructed to the scale of a geographical feature. At 4 kilometers up, it was the highest point in Lavina. From above, it looked like a 6-pointed star encircled by a hexagon. 57 similarly sized polyhedral shapes surrounded Tower 1, making up the rest of the city. When taken in all at once, it looked like an expanse of titanic bioluminescent life at the bottom of some primordial sea. Each tower was a miniature city in itself, containing everything from living and recreational centers to schools and factories. Accelerated walkways and rapid transit rails webbed throughout and between the towers, each subsection and neighborhood connected by no more than a few degrees of separation. Lasers, revealed by the clouds and fog, shone out from each tower's atomically smooth surface, piercing through the night like fingers reaching for something beyond the blasted landscape. In the center of the city, the near-perfect circle of Old Town was a bruise against the rest of the shining megalopolis. Centuries-old brick buildings slouched against each other under the endless torrent of rain, their mold-blackened windows reflecting the twisted strokes of lightning that danced across monotonous clouds. In the same way that a body puts layers of fluid and calcium around a tumor, a moat had been constructed around Old Town. 3 miles wide and flooded with water from the nearby lake, the barrier separated Old Town's urban malignancy from the laser-light fever dream of Lavina. 6 poorly maintained bridges crossed the moat, their old-style concrete so eroded that vehicle-sized holes revealed the churning water below. All of this was hidden to Greg. The hall in which he stood wore holograms like overdone ball gowns. Designed to look like a pre-Inferno days shoreline, projected movements insinuated rather than mimicked the waves of a beach. The smell of salt and recorded squawking of long-extinct waterbirds added to the illusion. In the ceiling, indistinct winged shapes swooped across a make-believe sky. Greg noticed none of this, focused instead on the door before him and on the fear of what waited beyond. He took a deep, shuddering breath, mentally white-knuckling his last shreds of composure. "Well," Greg said, his own voice seeming to come from far away, "let's face the music."